take, let's go to the game of the night. And it did not lack drama. Spurs, Celtics took a turn in the second quarter, though, when Jaylen Brown was ejected for back-to-back techs. Essentially, the techs were issued for arguing and approaching the official. He did have to be held back by his teammates, as you can see here in this video. Less than 5 minutes, though, after the ejection, Brown took to X and said, quote, "This is the beep I be talking about," end quote. Brown is obviously referencing things that he's been vocal about in the past. In fact, he was fined by the NBA in January for his comments on the refs as well. Let's listen to those. Here it is.
I'm irate how they officiated the game today. We shot 4 free throws tonight and lost the game by 4. Not to say that's the whole game, the whole story. We got to be better in spots. I got to be better in spots. But like, I'm driving to the basket. I'm physical. I don't flop. I don't shy away from contact. I go up strong, I'm athletic, and nothing. I had 0 free throws tonight. The inconsistency is crazy. Give me the fine.
Give me the fine, and he did take the fine. But let's go back to last night now, because that was what he was tweeting about, and now this seems to be repeating itself. Do we think Jaylen Brown deserves the ejection? Hello, Chiney Ogwumike. How are you? What did you think about last night? Did he deserve the ejection?
Well, first of all, hey, Chiney, it's good to see you. He did not deserve the ejection. He didn't deserve it. It's egregious. And I'm going first, Janae, Doggy, because I really want to state for the record, I'm so pissed off right now, I don't know what to do with myself. This is ridiculous. Okay, yesterday on this show, we talked about how big of a game this was. Jaylen Brown is a top 2 candidate for league MVP honors. He's going up against the San Antonio Spurs. And he's with Wembanyama, who put on a show last night with 39 points, hitting 8 threes. Good Lord of mercy, okay? He's an MVP candidate. You're going against Oklahoma City in the next couple of days or so. This is a very, very big time for Jaylen Brown. National television, nationally televised game, center stage. And it's the first half, and you're going to eject him because he said something, and then he turned away and pointed at the ref again. Remember, he was pushed. It was a missed call by the official. But here's the most egregious part about this, Janae, Doggy. Check this out. You have a situation, the crew chief is Tyler Ford. Sias Mehta is an underling. He's not the crew chief. And Tyler Ford missed the call. That was who Jaylen Brown approached. And then the official, Mehta, he comes in and ejects him. Why? It was none of your business. You had nothing to do with the play. It was not your call, and you're not the chief. You're not the crew chief. Who the hell do you think you are? We got a nationally televised game going on with a top 2 candidate for league MVP honors. We want to see Jaylen Brown. We want to see him with Tatum. We want to see what Wembanyama and Castle and Vassell and De'Aaron Fox and these boys do against them. And you leave them shorthanded. Jason Tatum just got back 2 games ago. He ain't ready 100%. Jaylen Brown's the one that's been leading them. He's the one averaging over 28 a game. He's the one that's taking the bull by the horn. He's the one with the $300 million contract that people were questioning and wondering, is he that dude? Is he ready? And he comes out this season, and he's balling out in a nationally televised game for once, the first time in his career, despite 6 appearances in an Eastern Conference Finals, despite 2 appearances in an NBA Finals, despite an NBA championship, despite an NBA Finals MVP, this man was on center stage last night. And because he's arguing over a missed call where he gets pushed out of bounds and it was no call, he goes to the crew chief. And the crew chief had the mindset not to eject him, tee him up fine, but didn't eject him. And some subordinate, wet behind the ears, breath smelling like Similac, this dude is going to eject him from the game and rob us of seeing Jaylen Brown go up against the San Antonio Spurs. This is the BS that the NBA has to address. You cannot have this. The Joey Crawfords, the Steve Javies of the world and others, even the Dick Pavettas of the world. I mean, you look at all of these people, understand something. They knew what the moment called for. And they would say, hey, we're going to engage in restraint right now. This is a big-time nationally televised game. We're not going to get in the way. Who the hell is Sias Mehta? Who is he? Who the hell is he? You understand? As far as I'm concerned, he should be confined to Wizards games for the rest of the season. It's ridiculous that this man had nothing to do with him. Nothing to do with him. And he's the one that ejects Jaylen Brown when the damn crew chief was the one that was the target of Jaylen Brown's ire, and even he didn't eject him? That's ridiculous. This official should be confined to the Wizards for the rest of the season. Go ahead, y'all.
Janae.
I don't even know how to respond. That official is somebody's son. So, like, no, but Stephen A.
I don't give a damn this morning.
You're right. Stephen A., you're right. I was so excited to tune into this matchup for all of the reasons you mentioned. But I also have said that Joe Mazzulla is one of the most, not only best coaches, right, in sports, but also one of the funniest people in press conferences. I don't know if you heard the sound. He said, quote, "I just give a ton of credit to my high school principal. He had the balls to throw a student out. He didn't leave it to the hall monitor." To me, the fact that it was not the official involved on the play that was nearest to the altercation or the situation, that to me was the biggest part that I had an issue with. Now, multiple things can be true. Let me put on my analyst hat. One, you cannot double back at officials and referees. They will let you have it. They've heard every word under the sun. And at times, they'll be like, all right, cool off, and they'll speak and they'll give you a warning. But if you double back, that is a danger zone, and Jaylen Brown did double back twice. But also another thing can be true. If you called the foul, which was a foul, we would not be here today talking about this crash out. And it's unfortunate because me, as a fan, when I put on the fan cap, I wanted to see Jaylen Brown have an opportunity to go up against Victor Wembanyama, knowing that he's going to go up soon also against SGA in this season where people are saying he needs those big games to really re-inject life into his MVP case, because we see what SGA is doing. We saw what Victor Wembanyama did once he left the game. So overall, this was a huge missed opportunity, and my message to the league, respectfully, and the referees, read the room. Because this is basketball season. It's basketball time. And everyone wanted to see how the best of the East and the best of the West, teams on the rise, would match up. Jason Tatum is back. This was appointment basketball. If there was a way to de-escalate, they should go through those measures before they kick out one of the brightest stars of the season so far.
I'm blaming this totally on Jaylen Brown. I think that both of you, especially Stephen, is completely lost. Jaylen Brown, you haven't gotten a call?
Bam first, now Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown hasn't gotten a call this year? He's averaging 29 points a game. He hasn't gotten the free throw line when he's gotten some bad calls for him?
Garbage
and how about the
tape.
Celtics at all? They've won 1 million championships. You telling me they don't get some calls? They get calls. They've gotten calls forever, the Celtics. And he
What does that have to do with the price of tea in China?
You talk for 25 minutes. Let me say something. It took me 3 hours to get here.
Go ahead, say something. Hurry up.
Let me
Hurry
say
up.
something. You talk for 25 minutes. Now let me say something. James.
What is going on?
Keep it to your radio show.
All right, go.
On your own channel. Anyway.
You better watch your mouth.
He came to the excellent point. He did. He bounced back to the officials twice. He went to Ford. He said his piece, and then he had to go back and say it again. You had to give him a technical. And then later on, he goes to the other kid, who Steve can't stand, and he gives him a technical. It's 52-48. It's second quarter. How about calming down? How about saying, you know what? I played a big game against Wembanyama. I got Tatum, who can't play 35, 38, 40 minutes. I got to be the big guy in the room here. I'm making $300 million here. I got to be the big guy in the room, and I got to say, you know what? Have my pace. I'll take the technical, and let's move on and play the game. I mean, he doing what he did when he's supposed to be the leader of the team, it's completely on end. And one other thing. You get a lot of kids who are reading this Twitter stuff all over America. And then he writes that on Twitter. I'm tired of this blank. And you know what? How about saying, you know what? I got to take responsibility. I got to treat the officials with more respect. I went there back-to-back.
What?
Twice. I got to calm down. I'm the leader of the team. You know what? I'm the leader of the team.
Oh,
how about
my
taking
Lord.
a little blame?
Do you know
How about taking a little blame?
Jaylen Brown
Yeah, of course
Jaylen
I
Brown
I got him. I got him.
plays with
Let me-
edge.
What's that got to do with
Oh,
Jaylen Brown
my
right
Lord.
now? You don't say that on Twitter when you got a
I'll
billion
tell you what it got to do with it.
reading that.
I'll answer. First of all, you flaming hypocrite. You never spewed the curse word. People listen to you. I mean, are you kidding me? That the word hypocrisy is emblazoned on your damn forehead right now. You got a lot of damn nerves. You ain't never said a foul word over the air.
Nope.
It's never happened.
You've never
What about
had a
the kids
crash out?
when it
You're
comes
having a
to
crash
the
out
kids
right
listening
now.
to you with your hypocritical self? You got a lot of damn nerves. That's number one. Number two, excuse me, doggy, I'm going to say it again. The foul that was missed was by the referee, Tyler Ford, who was the crew chief. What the hell does that have to do with his subordinate, Meta, that you had nothing to do with the play? He's the one that ejected Jaylen Brown. Tyler Ford didn't. He didn't. He gave him a technical. He didn't eject him. This guy ejected him. And oh, by the way, was Jaylen Brown all in his face? No. He walked away and just pointed to him. That's what we doing now. We that soft as cottonelle tissue. Do I need to get you some right now? I got some right here. Do you need it? He can't walk away and walking away pointing at you, and that's all he did. We're going to overreact to that? You got to be kidding me. And what the hell does the Boston Celtics championships have to do with last night's game against Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs? Has nothing to do with it. Nothing.
He's not on the Wizards who never gets a call. He's on the Celtics who gets a billion calls. And then he's upset about 4 foul calls on January 12th. This team does nothing but shoot threes. You're not going to get a lot of foul calls when you hoist 50 threes every game.
Oh, you're full of it. You're full of it. You're nuts. January 10th has absolutely positively nothing to do with last night. And if it does in Jaylen Brown's eyes, it's because Jaylen Brown, who has been a star in this league for years, has been vastly underappreciated. And bottom line is, he can point to many things. What did he say? Doggy, I would think you would applaud this. Listen to his words. I'm athletic. I attack the basket. I don't flop. I don't mind the physicality. That's what he said. If it was anybody else, if it was Bird, if it was Havlicek, if it was somebody like that, you'd have loved it. You'd have applauded them. You'd have stand up and gave them a standing ovation. But far be it for the modern athlete to echo some sense. Doggy can't comprehend it. And by the way, last point before I go to you, Shanae. Doggy, I'm here in South Beach. Talk about leadership and all of that stuff. Who's the dude with his own channel on Sirius XM, Mad Dog Radio? That would be you. And I'm in a studio, a state-of-the-art Sirius XM studio in South Beach that you've never been to. And you a damn star for the damn network. And you ain't even been here. I'm here before you. So much for leadership, your hypocritical self. Go ahead, Janae.
Give
Floor
them
is
5
yours.
minutes. Janae, go ahead.
Mad Dog.
Yes.
What is the name of your super sensational segment you do every week?
It's called Mad About.
What are you mad about?
I was going to use it. Now I can't.
What are you mad about, fam? Let me tell you something right here. When it comes to crash outs, right here, if we had a referee, you would have been in Jaylen Brown's position. You would have been double ejected because this is preposterous. The man was fouled. He was mad about it. The referee involved gave him one tech. If he was to be double teched and ejected, it should have come from the same guy, not from the guy across the hall. And lastly, we're not going to talk about Jaylen Brown's leadership. We're not. Because if we saw, this is the last team we thought would be successful at this point in the NBA season. He is an MVP candidate right now. He has the ability to have one maybe high-intensity moment. That does not impugn all of the things he's done that have been so amazing this year. He should have still been in the game, and I do believe if they assessed the foul, we would not be talking about it. Mad dog.
All I know... All I'm going to say is this last point about Doggy, Mr. Hypocrite, on this particular day. It's amazing. So anytime somebody gets on his damn nerves, right, and they want to address Doggy, instead of Doggy addressing them himself, Steve Torrey steps in and does it. That's Doggy's world, right? It can't be Tyler Ford ejecting Jaylen Brown. Oh, no. Some dude that we've never heard of, Sayash Mehta, or whatever the hell his name is, who should be confined to Washington Wizards games for the rest of the season with that egregious interference that he executed. None of his his damn business. Mind your damn business and let the big boys handle the officiating. He didn't do that last night and ruined a nationally televised game that the basketball world was looking for because he wanted to have an impact. We know your damn name now, and it's a pathetic one as far as I'm concerned with the decision that you made to eject Jaylen Brown. It's egregious. You should be ashamed of your damn self. And as far as I'm concerned, he should be allowed to officiate another Boston Celtics game this year.
Jaylen Brown is second in the NBA in personal fouls drawn this season.